All right, on today's I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, we're all over the map. This is like a super center episode of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. We're talking about my problems with Uber, my problems with Starbucks, my problems with a fancy furniture store in Los Angeles. We're talking about Ben McAdoo getting fired, Eli Manning getting benched, and we have a great ass interview with Antonio Cromartie, NFL vet. Has a brand new show on the USA Network, got 14 kids. Talk about that. Talk about breaking down the barrier when you get a vasectomy. All that and more on an incredible smash mouth I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, where the shit talking is free. Stay with me. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast is proudly sponsored by Casper Mattress. Casper is that outrageously comfortable mattress you've probably heard about a million times on podcasts, but it lives up to all the hype and expectations. Real customers have said things like, my Casper mattress is quote unquote sleeping on a brioche, like the tingling baby laughter in the moonlight. If you had to compare sleeping on the Casper mattress to anything, what would you say? What would it be? How about a cloud? My first morning waking up on a Casper mattress, I was so energized and ready to take on the day. It's been 3+ years. You can lay on it, sleep on it, skeet on it, do whatever you want. Casper mattress is the #1 mattress in the world. Says me. I've been sleeping on one for 3+ years. You can buy a Casper mattress easily online. It's delivered to your door in a compact box, free shipping, free returns. You could sleep on the mattress for 100 nights. If you do not like it after 100 nights, they will pick it up and return everything for free. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast listeners have a special offer. Get $50 towards any mattress purchase by visiting Casper.com/Rapaport. That is Casper.com/Rapaport. Terms and conditions apply. They have sheets. They have pillows. It's holiday time coming up. You do the math. Go to Casper.com/Rapaport. All right, we're here. This is going to be a groundbreaking show. All right. You hear the theme song under there. And that's a reworking of a classic.
Yeah.
Because we are #1. Folks, last week, we came so close to being the #1 sports podcast, except for fucking JJ Redick, who I like.
I like Jay.
I like fucking JJ Redick. But his podcast, which is new, was accumulating new listeners, so he's been reigning at the #1 spot. But that doesn't really count. So if you know the mathematics and the metrics of it all, essentially, last week for 2 or 3 days, the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast was the #1 sports and recreation podcast on iTunes. Now, officially we weren't that. Now, I'm going to be honest. I was looking at that fucking chart, those charts all day, because I know when that finally happens. I think I might shed a tear, Moody.
Yeah, hell yeah, me too.
We want it.
I shed a tear when I saw #2. This is no fact checking.
We don't fact check.
And we gracing the top.
And then not only are we gracing the top, it's me and Moody. Last name rhymes with duty.
For
the
sure.
man's name is Gerald Moody. His last name actually rhymes with duty. That's a fact.
Hell yeah.
Now, we don't fact check, but that's a fucking fact.
Yes.
So when we play We Are #1, we're coming for that #1 spot.
Oh yeah. We gonna
And anybody who's listening, whether you're listening on an Android, an iPhone, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, we do this for you.
Yep. If you're on a train, you're in traffic, we make the traffic easier.
If you're on the treadmill, if you're at work and you got your fucking boss blowing down your back, hey, Charlie, did you finish the thing I asked you to do? Hey, Marie, I thought I told you to get me the... Fuck you, man. I'm listening to the fucking I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. You don't say that to him because then you'll get fired. Yeah. Then you'll have more time on your hands than we can podcast for you. So I don't suggest that.
Yes.
But the attitude is, hey, get off my back, asshole. I'm doing what I can do to get the assignment done. You cocksucker, you.
Yes. The podcast makes you more productive.
And the podcast makes us more productive.
Yeah.
Okay? The podcast makes us more productive. Now, we have a plethora of things going on in this here I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. As I mentioned earlier, we have one of the great stickmen of all time, Antonio Cromartie, joining the I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. Cromartie had a great NFL career.
Yeah.
Great NFL career. We're going to talk to him about that. We're going to talk to him about the fact that he has a new TV show called The Cromarties on the USA Network. He's got 14 fucking kids.
Super sperm.
Super sperm. I actually talked to him about the super sperm.
Oh.
About the vasectomy. He broke the walls of the vasectomy. I had a vasectomy. I shoot puppy water. Couldn't fucking stop Antonio Cromartie. So it's a dope ass interview. He also very, very smart. A lot of people were talking about the Matt Barnes podcast. Cromartie's in this, like, it's a very surprising interview.
Good.
About life, about being in the NFL, some of the best players he's guarded, some of the best players he dealt with, and his new show, The Cromarties, with my man Antonio Cromartie. It's the worldwide phenomenon. The I Am Rapaport stereo podcast, where the shit talking, is free.
Free.
You see? The I Am Rapaport stereo podcast, where the shit talking is free. Now, Moody.
What's the deal?
You know, I'm sick and tired of terrible customer service. I dropped off a table, a small table in the Los Angeles Gloom Tomb. The first week of September. This fucking place out in Los Angeles that I spent a good amount of money at. Cisco Furniture on Melrose.
Give it to him.
Cisco Furniture on Melrose. I dropped off a little table that needed a little fucking simple repair. Okay? The first week of September. We're now heading to fucking Christmas season. These guys have been fucking me over for months.
Have you been getting updates?
No updates. I called this fuck a few weeks ago. He said, I'll call you back in a few days. That was lit. So I just called him. I said, hey, asshole. You heard me.
Right. I heard you.
I said, I've been nice. I've been polite. I've been patient because I come in there and I shop. But now I'm going to turn it up, asshole.
Turn it up.
I said, I don't know if you ever heard of The Shame Game. Very popular show on my Instagram page.
Created by the great Dean Collins.
Well, he didn't create the whole thing.
Okay, I got to give him props. You don't want to give him no fucking props.
You can give him props, but if you say he created it, he's going to want some kind of fee. This fucking prick. He wants a piece of everything. He wants his fucking little beak wet for waking up.
All right.
He didn't create it.
Okay.
Co-creator. Okay, but usually on The Shame Game, we deal with people that come after me in a very disrespectful way in the DMs. But I'm thinking this store on Melrose, Cisco Furniture, maybe you get in The Shame Game because I want my fucking table back.
Yeah.
A little table, a small table, like a side table.
And he trying to front on you?
He's trying to front on me. I said, listen, I have legions of men that they look forward to this kind of warfare. You want us to call you at 323-932-1155 and be like, where the fuck is Michael Rapaport's side table?
Yeah.
It's part of the furniture, the set of the Los Angeles Gloom Tomb. I said I could have plenty people call you at 323-932-1155 and go, Michael Rapaport wants his fucking table. It's Hanukkah. It's Christmas. It takes 5 months to fix a fucking table, asshole.
Yeah, he's bullshit.
I called him today. I just got off the phone with the factory.
Oh, money.
My man, Duke, you didn't get off the phone with the factory. Because if you got off the phone with the factory, I'd have the fucking table, Duke.
Exactly.
It's not a whole big, whole, it's a little repair.
Right.
You didn't get off the phone. Now what you do is you go, Mr. Rapaport, we're going to give you a new table. Please come into the store.
And get it today.
Whatever you like, we'll credit you and give you your...
Yeah. He think you one of them sucker motherfuckers
So that's
from
why
LA.
I had to turn it up.
Yeah. Turn it up on him.
I turned it up. I fucking turned it up.
Yeah. The consumer is always right. We live in a consumer society, money. Where the table at, dude? Where the motherfucking table at? You want me to call B? September? We in December? What, you had a scratch on it, Rap? He's supposed to repair it and get it back to you in a timely fashion. We in 4 months, Duke. Fuck is you doing?
Where the table at, Duke?
Where the table at, Duke?
That being said, no, it doesn't have a fucking scratch on it. The thing started fucking bending. I didn't do the damage. It wasn't me. I want to give a shout out to the Verizon store in Fresh Meadow, Queens.
Oh, St. John's.
Over there by St. John's. I went to the St. John's basketball game the other day and saw them play. Very, very good team, exciting team. Saw my man Mullen.
NBA coaches, ex-NBA coach.
Hall of Fame, Mitch Richmond.
Damn, man. Shit.
They busted dude's ass.
If those guys are your coaches, I know these guys are young. I know they Googled Mitch and Chris. Yo, them dudes are them dudes, man.
Yo, they're both in the Hall of Fame. And the crazy shit about them, and I was thinking about this, it's like, yo, as a coach, you're looking at the players, and as the players, you're looking at the coach like, will I ever be as good as these guys? Chris Mullen and Mitch Richmond, both of them.
Come on.
Yo, Mitch Richmond in the NBA was Michael Jordan's, like, problem.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan knows Mitch Richmond bust his ass. Jordan obviously gave it to him, but Mitch Richmond gave Michael Jordan problems.
Yeah, formidable. Yeah, no doubt.
And Mully is that guy. Mully is officially that guy. They have this kid on their team, Shamari Pons from Brooklyn.
Hometown.
Look him up. Remember the name. Point guard. Brooklyn born. Thomas Jefferson High School.
East New York.
He's got that shit.
I went to Jeff for a month.
He gets busy. He's the leading scorer, a freshman leading scorer in St. John's history. We're talking about Mark Jackson, Walter Berry, Chris Mullen, Willie Glass, Ron Artest. He gets busy. Yes. Shamari Pons. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Twitter. Remember the name.
Yep.
6 feet, gets busy.
BK.
He's on that BK shit.
That's how we play out there, man.
You went to Jefferson, what year?
81, 82.
Thomas Jefferson High School.
Man.
How was that experience?
It was one of the worst high schools in America. As far as like bad area, metal detectors. From junior high school, then I go to Thomas Jefferson, and we got wanded with the metal detectors. In
1981?
Got to be around 82, 81, something like that.
And why were you only there for a week?
Because it was so bad, my moms wanted to get me out of there. And
what happened when you were there? Did anything bad happen?
Motherfuckers getting their chains snatched, sneakers took. Brooklyn was a motherfucker at that time. The wildest shit was when they had an incident out there, and NBC News came, and, you know, with Chuck Scarborough, they took his camera. They took the motherfucking camera. Like, Brooklyn was extremely wild. It's great now, but during those times, extremely wild. You get your sneakers taken, like, at the drop of a hat.
Did Mike Tyson go to Jeff?
Mike Tyson didn't go to any school. You never hear they say, oh, Mike Tyson went to this high school. Mike Tyson didn't go to no fucking schools.
But didn't he go to like a middle school with like the
No, he was terrorizing the schools.
When you were growing up, did you remember hearing the name Mike Tyson?
Yeah. Bummy Mike.
That's what they called him.
Yeah.
But he was Bummy Mike. It wasn't the guy to be fucked with.
If he caught you out there, it was bad, man.
They used to call him Bummy Mike?
Yeah, Bummy Mike.
Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, I had a great time at the St. John's game. Great fans. Good. I loved being in the Lou Carnesecca, the little stadium, the little building.
Alumni Hall.
Alumni Hall is now called Lou Carnesecca. It's changed to the great St. John's coach. And the fans were there, all New Yorkers, nothing but love.
Yep.
I support St. John's basketball, and it was a pleasure. But it was a few things that happened. So first of all, the reason why I wound up at the Verizon store in Fresh Meadow, Queens, is because on my way out to fucking Queens, I stopped at Sal and Chris. If you're in New York City, go to Astoria, Sal and Chris, Sandwich King of Astoria. I'm not giving, what's the address? You know what the address is? Google it, you fuck.
Great heroes, good meat.
For $10. It's not one of these hoity-toity Soho, Williamsburg,
bullshit.
Fucking $24 sandwiches with a couple of slices of prosciutto.
They really pack it.
It's a good sandwich, traditional New York City hero. The bread, you could smell the bread.
Yeah.
Tell them the Gringo Mandingo sent you.
Good place. I've been there many times.
So I took a cab out to Sal and Chris. I had a whole afternoon in St. John set up. I get my sandwich. I planned on going to St. John's University early, sitting down with my 2 Snapples and enjoying my fucking sandwich like a human being. It's a nice Saturday afternoon. It's wintertime, but the weather was good. Come to find out my Uber account is suspended.
Why?
Because of some payment issue. But these cocksuckers, they don't send you a text or an email. I've been using Uber. My kids use Uber.
Sure.
My wife uses Uber.
Yep.
We all share the same account. So when it shut down, the least you cocksuckers could do is send me an email, a text. There's a problem with your billing. Whatever it is. They don't even tell me what it is. Maybe I got into a little dust up with a driver. Didn't happen. I have a high ranking on Uber. 4.5 stars. Almost perfect.
Oh, they give the riders the motherfucking
Yeah.
star. Oh, okay.
Maybe you got a guy who's belligerent. They don't want to pick you up. My ranking's good. So I'm out there in Astoria, which at the time there wasn't a lot of cabs. Greek George wasn't around. I call this fucking guy.
My man, Greek G, what up?
Greek G, the inventor of the Suckashit t-shirts.
Yes, absolutely.
Look him up. Greek George Salidas. Only person I know has no cell phone.
Yeah.
He's never owned a cell phone.
Never.
Good for you, fucking Georgie.
Yeah.
Get in the new millennium, you fuck, but good for you.
Yeah, you can't call this motherfucker.
No, you can't call him. He's got he don't even got voicemail. He got the old school shit. You please leave a message.
Yeah.
Like the machine. He's literally in the 80s with his shit.
Word.
I fucks with George though. So I'm trying to get a cab out to Fresh Meadow, Queens. Now some people say like Queens, if you're not from Queens, and even if you're from Queens, it's hard to have a good understanding of how to move around. Queens, if you're not from New York City, is huge.
Yes.
Isn't it logistically the biggest borough? I think it's bigger.
I think Brooklyn is.
Okay, but Queens and Brooklyn are big, and if you're not from there, or even if you're born and raised in Brooklyn, you get confused out there, right?
Yeah, certain parts. Yeah, certain parts.
Because it's not a grid like Manhattan. Needless to say, St. John's is way the fuck out there. So my plan was I took a fucking cab from Manhattan to Sal and Chris, got my sandwich, had my brick. I had my fucking brick. That's what I call a sandwich. It's like it's not. I shouldn't call it a brick in a derogatory way. I'm calling it a brick in it's a big fucking sandwich.
What'd you have?
I had the bomb.
What's the bomb?
Mixed meats, all kinds of meats.
Oh, you had all kind of shit.
It's great.
I hear you.
It's fucking great. 2 Snapples.
I get that smoked turkey.
But when I go out there, I want the Italian sandwich. You get what you want. You pay, you play.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give a shout out to Sal and Chris. They never let me pay.
Oh, word?
Ever.
Oh, damn. See, that's what about the guy with the fucking table? They don't let you. You see, good business people.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. The guy with the table doesn't even tell me where the fucking table is in 4 months.
Right. And
I go to Sal and Chris's. They don't even accept my money. I give them a $20 tip every time.
Right.
They know I love the fucking sandwiches. They love that I love the sandwiches. They won't accept my money. I always take it out. My guy won't accept it. Needless to say, I find out that my Uber account is suspended. Now I'm trying to deal with this. I'm on the street. I got my fucking sandwich in one hand and my 2 Snapples in another bag in another hand. I'm bopping around Astoria. Greek George isn't there. I can't get through the Uber. I can't get through the fucking Uber. Okay? I'm fucking stranded out there now. I'm waiting for a cab. Can't find a cab. Can't find a livery car. Don't know where the fuck I am really. Have no idea how to fucking get to Fresh Meadow, Queens.
Oh, Union Turnpike.
I'm texting Uber. Nothing. Now I'm tweeting them. I go, hey, fucks. I'm on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to
shame game Uber and Cisco Furniture.
So you couldn't get in contact with Uber.
So.
To resolve this,
I finally got a cab. I go to the game. The game experience was great. Saw a Mully, saw a Mitch, saw the whole St. John staff. Met a bunch of students there. Met some potential students. I love it. All New Yorkers. Good kids.
Good guys.
The crowd at one point started cheering, Rapaport.
A word?
I was like, this is fucking hype.
Damn, son.
This is fucking the way it's supposed to be greeted. The Dingo should be greeted like this wherever the fuck he goes.
That's right.
I'll know I made it when I'm walking down fucking 7th Avenue and I hear people say, Rapaport. They're banging on the bleachers. I'm feeling good.
Of course.
Game's over. I say goodbye to Mully, say goodbye to Mitch, say goodbye to the staff, go about my business. I don't tell them, hey, guys, maybe one of you guys could call me a fucking Uber. And I know at this point, I'm way the fuck out there in Queens. Again, Queens is wild. It's like a suburb, sort of. It's like a city suburb. Parts of it are way so I'm walking, I could get a cab. I'll wait, waiting, no cab. Now I'm like, I'm going to take the fucking train. I'm like, the train's this way. Fuck that. Or you could take the bus to the train. Fuck that. Fuck that, asshole.
Yo, that's the bus. Yeah, out there, Queens is dollar vans and buses, yo.
The dollar vans they're not out there like they were. At least not in Fresh Meadows. So I go into a Verizon store, Safe Haven, the Verizon store in Fresh Meadows. Mm-hmm. Talk about customer service. Mr. Rapaport, we're big fans of yours. I go, well, I'm fucked up. My phone's about to die.
I'm fucked up out here, Duke.
Guys, I don't have an Uber. I need you guys to call me a car service, please.
Good business.
And can I charge my phone? Absolutely. I'm breathing. I'm all fucked up. They charge my phone. We'll call you a car service. They'll be here in 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Okay. I'm talking to these guys. I'm like, listen, now that I'm in here, I got a couple of questions about this fucking iPhone, which is this iPhone 10, which has been a disaster.
Oh, you don't like it?
It's a piece of shit.
Should have kept that 6 Plus. I had
the problem. 8. The fucking 8, which I haven't sold back because I'm afraid that I might get rid of this fucking iPhone 10. And when I say get rid of it, I mean throw it off the roof.
Do it.
All your fancy dick, face recognition, and your fucking glossy, colorful iPhone commercials. Steve Jobs, come get your mans, yo. They're fucking your designs up.
Yeah, Tim Cook, you wild, man.
Tim Cook, you ain't no fucking Stevie Jobs.
Yeah.
You ain't no fucking Stevie Jobs. So he's telling me, yo, you could do this. And I go, listen, this thing's a major problem. They go, we know we've had a lot of problems. Then the guys in there, they say to me, we could put this liquid glass on your phone. It's like a case. They put the liquid glass. It's like it protects your phone. They do that. They give me my cab. They send me on my way. The guy even offered to drive me into the city.
Damn.
These are good Queens kids. I said, where are you? All good kids. Unlike this fucking shithole, Cisco.
He would have told you to get the fuck out of the store, Duke. I'm closing. Yo, you can't charge your phone. I don't give a fuck, man. That's how he would have operated.
The guy at Cisco, 323-932-1155. Right. That fucking guy.
They wouldn't let you in the store.
I'm fucking stranded. They take great care of me. I make it back, but the point is this. Because I was at the Apple store last week, and I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me at Michael Rapaport, on Twitter at Michael Rapaport, Facebook at Michael Rapaport. G Moody, what's your follow?
Gerald Moody 1560 at Twitter, right? That's what it is.
Gerald Moody 1560
at Twitter.
On Twitter.
G Monetti, Instagram.
Spell it.
GMONETI.
You're not even verified yet.
These motherfuckers fronting on me.
You got all these fucking assholes that are verified. I mean, there are motherfuckers on there that,
yeah.
I mean, you're the 2-time, soon to be 3-time co-host of the year. You have the rings, you have the hardware to prove it, and you're not verified.
Which is,
and I'll tell you something, Twitter, you're missing out. You verified Tom, Dick, and Harry for anything they do.
right.
And G Monetti's not verified? No, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck y'all. Man.
No, fuck you, Twitter.
Word.
Okay? You don't want it.
You don't want it. Y'all don't want it.
But I like Twitter. They let me rock. They suspended me once for 4 hours. I can't remember what it was for. I think it was for calling somebody a cracker. I don't know why they get so offended by that. I don't know, but the customer service, Apple Store, Uber, shit. Fresh Meadow, Queens, Verizon, 2 thumbs up.
Damn.
Sal and Chris, Astoria, Queens, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'll even say this. Starbucks, you're next on my list.
Why?
Every time I go into Starbucks, we met today on the street. Where was I?
Starbucks.
99.9% of the times when you come meet me here in Manhattan,
You cooling in Starbucks.
I'm cooling. I'm over there cooling.
That's right.
I'm chilling out.
That's right.
I'm cooling where?
Starbucks.
Okay. I get my iced soy vanilla latte. That's my drink. Iced soy vanilla latte. Every time I go in there, I get charged a different amount. Sometimes it's $5.43. Sometimes it's $5.70. Sometimes it's $6.72 like today. I go, listen, and it ain't just this Starbucks. Very good customer service at the Starbucks on York Avenue.
Oh, you gonna have a lot of motherfuckers walking now.
You come up acting crazy?
You might get snuffed.
Don't do it. Great service in there, but pick a fucking price. I don't care what the price is. If it's $6.33, cool. Why is it $5.46 one day? It's the same fucking drink.
All right.
I was close to going at him today, but there was kids.
Yeah, you gotta cool out. If you're there cooling, you gotta cool out.
It's my home turf, Starbucks. All right, it's the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Antonio Cromartie on the show. Stay tuned. We got a whole lot of mo. All right. Joining me on the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is former New York Jet, former all-everything NFL player Antonio Cromartie. Got a brand new show on the USA Network, The Cromarties. What's going on, my man?
What's going on?
How you been, man? How's everything? How you feeling about being a reality TV star now? How did this show come about?
No, honestly, it came about by my wife.
Uh-huh.
She's created it. It's something that she's been. This is her pride and joy. This is her baby right here. Just put it like that. This is something that she's been shopping around for like the last 5 or 6 years, if not a little bit longer. To different networks and different production companies to try to get a sizzle going and everything. But it was always try to get in the hands of the wrong people. People that wanted drama, people that wanted baby mama drama into it. And, within like past year and a half, we went with New USA Network. We had a meeting with them and they loved the show, the family aspect of it and how big it can grow from that standpoint. So that's how the show came about. My wife is the creator of the whole entire show. And
that's dope.
It's just a point of just putting it out as a family, and not only that, man, we're the first black family on anything on USA Network.
Right. I watched the first episode. The show just premiered. It's on Thursday nights. It's on USA Network. I watch it. In a nutshell, it's kind of like Full House. Obviously, it's a husband and a wife. Full House was the 2 guys and all that other stuff, but it kind of has a Full House vibe. Your kids are ridiculously cute. They're not just cute for kids. You have beautiful kids. I mean, gorgeous kids. Each one is cuter than the other one, and I think it's a good look for you. Your wife is beautiful. She's charming. She's sweet, and I think the show's good, man. And I want to see it go on for as long as you guys want to do it.
Definitely, same here. Especially if I'm not going to be playing ball, I need some kind of income.
I hear you. So all right. Well, before we get into football, because I want to hear, you have a great career. Like, I think like the stuff with your kids and now the reality show and the amount of kids and the jokes about it and the stereotypes about it and all that stuff. I've made jokes, but it's always been out of respect. But how do you even manage, like, even doing this podcast with so many kids? Like, I had 2 kids, and you have kids all different ages, but you have little kids. How do you even like manage your time?
No, honestly, man, my time, that is my time.
Right.
My kids, you know what I'm saying? And like, but, we manage it. It's easy when you got help, it's a lot easier. And like this, it's just a point of just understanding what our time is. We have 3 other kids that they're in school. So
Right.
I know our twins and the baby, they are with us. So it's just like, we know when their nap time is, we know when everything, we have a schedule that we stay with.
Right.
And it makes things a whole lot easier. I mean, our twins go to bed at 7:30 at night. They wake up at 7:30 in the morning. So, I mean, it's easier when you have them on the schedule, what time they eat and everything. So once we have that schedule set, it's no problem at all.
And is it true? Because I'm gonna keep it funky with you, Antonio. I had a vasectomy. Okay.
Yep.
I had a vasectomy, and I've been shooting beautiful puppy water ever since. Okay, I had a, two things as far as a vasectomy. People think vasectomies are like a painful, crazy process. Aside from the sort of uncomfortableness of, and I'm not even talking the physical uncomfortableness, just
the ice.
Yeah, it's just the ice. Like, I mean, I've went to the dentist and had, more intrusive, more painful, more uncomfortable, and even longer process. When I had my vasectomy, I remember I literally went at noon. I was having lunch at 1:00, and shit was sweet. You had 2 vasectomies. Is that for real?
Man, listen, when I got mine, I think I went in around about 12 o'clock, same time. I was back at home on the couch by 12:45. At home with a bag of ice. One painful, one none of that. I was like, all right, this is it. I was like, all right, then, cool. Let me go home then. I mean, it's so quick and it's so fast. I mean, I think the procedure took like 10 to 15 minutes, and we were done. I mean, I was off the operating table, out of there, gone.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even call it an operating table, would you? I mean, it's literally like less than going to the dentist in terms of the intrusiveness of it, other than the fact that you have to take your pants off.
That's it. I mean, that's it. I mean, people think it's painful, and it's like, you think you would thought somebody was getting ready to cut your damn nuts off, period, and that was it. But it's far from that.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even go all up in there. Anyway, it's not a big deal. So you had 1 vasectomy, and then after the vasectomy, everything's settled, everything's working, everything's functioning, you recover, which, like, again, this is nothing. Like, it's like, I think it's 2 weeks. I don't even remember the time span. Then a few months later, you wound up having another baby?
No, see, all right. So I had a vasectomy. So to check this out, this is what people fail to realize. They think I had one, and then it was like, oh, it was right after. No, it was 5 years later.
Wow. Okay, so after your first vasectomy,
5 years. So my first vasectomy came in. I went in 2011, like April 2011, right after my birthday or whatever. Come back, and the next thing we know, we have twins in 2015. We're pregnant with twins.
So it was 5 years later. So essentially the vasectomy was working for 5 years, and then boom, your wife's pregnant.
Yes.
So you broke the fucking barrier, Cromartie.
I broke the barrier. Then on top of that, man, I was just like, man, all right, I didn't even go back. I didn't even go back to the doctor.
You didn't tell the doctor that, like, you got...
No, we called. But, what's crazy about all this? Like, you go in for a vasectomy, they tell you it's not 100%.
Right, they tell you that.
They sit there and tell you it's not 100%. Like, the doctor I had that did mine, that was in California, he sat there and told me, it's like, look, it's not 100%. I've had some of my colleagues that said that, look, 5, 6, 7, 10 years later, a guy comes in and says, yeah, my wife is pregnant. And it's like, everyone like, oh, man, it's not 100%. It's just like birth control. Yeah, birth control ain't 100% neither. So a woman can be taking birth control and she still can get pregnant on her birth control pill. So it's just like, women has had their tubes tied.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 years later, guess what? They're pregnant. And it's like, how?
Okay, first of all,
You
let
know
me
what
just
I'm
tell you
saying?
something. My doctor, no bullshit, who performed my vasectomy, real talk, his name is Dr. Sachs, which was just
Oh my gosh.
which is like if you're gonna get a vasectomy, I think Dr. Sachs is the business, to go to. So
Definitely.
5 years after you have your twins, ridiculously gorgeous, and I'm telling you, when we're in the same town, I want to babysit your kids because they're gorgeous. You guys could go out.
Appreciate it,
You and your
man.
wife go out. Me and my wife will come over. We'll hold down the fort. We'll spoil them rotten. You guys will be pissed off at us, but you go out. You take your wife for a nice night because they're beautiful. So you have
Thank
the
you.
twins, and then you got another vasectomy.
No, I just never went back.
Oh, okay. So
No.
there was no
So it
two
was-
vasectomies. That's like an
No,
urban myth.
It wasn't two. Yeah, that was an urban myth. I don't know what people. I just never went back. I just like, look, man, I'm not finna sit here and go back in and have to sit 10, 15 minutes, pay for this thing, and I'm just like, I'm whatever. Whatever happens gonna happen. And then a year later, we have our daughter Jet. So,
That's your youngest daughter.
yeah, that's our youngest one, our daughter Jet. So, we have her. I mean, she's beautiful, healthy, and that's all you can ask for. I mean, like people, my biggest thing people always talk about, well, you have 14 kids, you have this many kids. Like at the end of the day, like, are y'all helping me pay for any of my kids go to school or go to the doctor's office or anything else? Are y'all setting up GoFundMe accounts to help me with
Right.
child support? But the funniest thing is people say that, and I'll be like, man, at the end of the day, you got people in the world that can't even have kids.
Right.
And I've been fortunate and blessed. I mean, the decisions that I made and the way I had them was the wrong way, but they're here, and I'm happy. I love them to death. They're healthy, and that's all you can ask for. I have 14 kids that's nothing physically, mentally, nothing wrong, and that's a gift from God, and that's the only thing I can say.
I hear you, man, and you guys are happy, and your kids, they seem happy and they look beautiful, and and aside from the joke of it, and in terms of making fun, and and the vasectomy and breaking the barrier. Say it again.
But you know what though? The funniest thing now is like I make fun of it. My wife Terica makes fun of it, and it's like that's the only way you can feel about it. Before I used to be like, man, you know what, man, bump all this, man. Damn this, I can't deal with this. But now it's like we make fun of it because now we can sit back and laugh at it because at the end of the day, like it's here. It's make life of it, make fun of it, have fun with it, and just move on past it. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna continue to be talked about as long as I live, and it's gonna continue to be talked about. So for us, we're gonna take the high road with it and continue to have fun with it.
I agree. I think it's good, and you guys are doing the thing, and I think it's dope, and congratulations on having these beautiful kids and on the new show. So football,
Appreciate it.
football.
Let's go.
Are you still working out? Are you still hopeful that you could get back in the NFL?
I'm still working on it. As a matter of fact, I'm about to get ready to go to a workout at 7 o'clock my time right now on the East Coast. So I'm picking up food for the fam. I work out 5 days a week. So that's something sometimes twice a day on Wednesdays and Fridays. So that's just something I've always been doing. I mean, I'm in football shape. That's something that I've never been out of shape. So I'm never worried about that. So I'm looking forward to if I get the opportunity, I get it. Like I've always said before, if I don't, I've had a great career, I have a wonderful career. But if not, I got my family. And that's more important than anything to me right now.
I agree. So you're only 33 years old, right?
I'm only 33.
I mean, so what would it take now, like just in terms of the politics and the business of football, for you to get a shot to get back on a team?
Honestly, I don't know what it's going to take. With so much politics going on in football now, it's just like it's bigger than what it used to be. I mean, we have politics in football, but now with everyone taking a knee and the owner, I hate the word owners, the presidents and the CEOs of the teams are nervous. They're scared. And when I'm a 33-year-old player who's outspoken, and they don't want me to probably come into the locker room and talk about what's going on in the communities or what we need to try to do as African American men to make us be heard. That's what I think a lot of people are scared of. That's the same thing with Colin. I think Colin's on it. He has a voice. Like that's something that's bigger and louder than what the NFL is talking about because they're scared of it. They don't know how to handle it. I don't know how you don't know how to handle it when you have 75% of the guys that's in the NFL are black.
Right.
And that's something you should look at and not just look at us as a product. We're not a product. We're human beings all at the same time. And you think about it, as years go on, we're looked at as a product. We're not looked at as human beings. And that's the same thing. That's why a lot of guys always use NFL is nothing but the modern day slavery because of that. You know, we're looked at as products. We're not looked at as human beings. You're not treated as human beings. We make a great living. Yes, but that's also from the work that we put in from the time we was 5 years old until the time we get drafted. You know, and at the end of the day, we're supposed to be treated as partners, but we're not partners. You look down on us. I mean, I've been a part of an organization where the GM used us by numbers. He called us by numbers. He never used our name.
Wow.
Like, why would you want to call me by my number instead of just calling me by my name? It's so easy to say Antonio or Crow or whatever. You can call me by my name. Don't call me by my number. But that's what we're used as. We're used as a product. And when you're done as a product, what do they do to that product on the shelf? They get rid of it. They have no use for you. Now you got to figure out what that product is worth now or what your worth is. So you can't let the NFL or anybody else tell you what your worth is. Your worth is more than what somebody gonna tell you that you're worth. If you don't know your own worth and you're gonna sit around and just do what somebody always tell you to do and not have a voice for yourself, then you basically what you are. You're a show monkey. You're an entertainer. That's what you are for them. Just like the owner Jim Irsay said, this is not the place for anyone to do any of that. They can do that off site. When the lights come on, you are entertainers. When you're entertainers, that means you're a show monkey for the owners and for the fans and everyone else. They don't appreciate the things that you're doing, the things that you laying your body on the line and saying guys are crybabies and this and that. No, we fight for what we're going to fight because we have a voice, and for those that don't have a voice, and that's what they fail to understand.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree, and it's been so nuts. I mean, last season, with Kaepernick and everything ensued, it was nuts. And then this season, it got even crazier. And I don't know, man. I have a lot of compassion for you guys and a lot of respect for you guys.
But you got to think about this. When you said something about Trump and everything, you got to think about this. A lot of the guys that's in the NFL now, they're younger.
Yep.
They don't really have a voice. They're not going to say anything because this is their livelihood.
And they're so young too. Like they're
so
kids.
Young. They don't So they want to do something, but they don't know what to do. Some of them are confused about what to do. Some are like I said, I was on the Indianapolis Colts last year when I got released. When a couple guys, black guys, we were sitting there talking about what we wanted to do. Some guys standing locked arms. I said, look, I'm taking a knee. If you guys gonna stand with Colin, then stand with him. Don't sit here and say I'm gonna be in between. Some guys like, no, you know what, man, I'm not gonna do anything because I don't want to lose my endorsements. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose that. I say, so your endorsements are more important than what's going on in the community. You got a black son, so if your son is out when he's 15, 16 years old, and something happens to him, and now you feel like, oh, the injustice is done, and the system does him wrong, then it's going to be like, oh, well, I had 16 years ago, I could have did something about it. That's what it's all about. It's about changing the system to stop making us as targets as black men.
Right.
It don't matter. Like I said, at the end of the day, it don't matter how rich you are, how wealthy you are. At the end of the day, when they look at you, you are still considered black.
When did this stuff start clicking for you from when you came in the league as another one of these young kids to now you're 33? I mean, I'm 47. I look at you as young, but obviously 33 you're a man now. You're not 21. You're not 22. You have life experience. You have experience as a professional and as a professional football, as a husband, as a father. When did these things start clicking for you and you realized that you had a voice and you weren't just comfortable with just being a football player?
Honestly, when it started clicking for me was around 2008, 2009 when I changed agents, to be honest with you. My agent, that he passed away in 2011. and he was the guy that actually molded me and helped me not only as a player but as a father and a husband. A Jewish guy's name was Gary Richard, and I ate breakfast with him every single morning during the off season. And we never talked about football. We always talked about life and what to expect of it, what to expect from the NFL, how to look at it, and treat it as a business. And that's the only way you do it. And if you want to stand for something, stand for something. But don't let nobody else tell you what you can stand for and what you cannot stand for.
Mm-hmm.
And I always took that to heart from him. And when this whole situation came about, I talked to my wife, I prayed about it, and the biggest thing for me, I was like, man, I got six sons that's black, and I was like, if something happened to them, like, and I'm not taking a stand for it, then what am I doing?
Right.
What am I doing to help resolve the situation and help, get the situation moving in front of us? So I told myself, I'm gonna take a knee. And honestly, when I was with the Colts, I was told, don't take a knee. And I'm looking at y'all like, are you serious? You don't want me to take a knee because you don't want me to stand for something. And you want me to be just like everyone else. Like, you want me to be somebody that's going to be quiet, that's not going to be vocal and talk about the situations that's going on in the black communities that I grew up in or anybody else's community, inner city kids or anything. So you don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about the social, racial injustice, police brutality because you guys hire police officers. I'm not saying all police officers are bad.
Of course,
you have the bad ones, but what it is, those police officers that don't say anything just as bad as the ones that do the crime.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel. If you're not gonna stand for something, the shield is stand for it to serve and protect the people. But how you serving and you protecting the people when you don't never get out your cars in your community that you're serving.
Mm-hmm.
You just ride past and everything. The only thing you want to do is pull everybody over, or you look at somebody in a certain way. I mean, I just like say, for instance, the cop that's here in New Jersey, the former chief of police here, only thing he wanted to do was kill black people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that speaks volumes of why people are taking a knee now. And understand that's why Colin took a knee. Like, you have a police chief, his whole mindset was to kill black people and hurt black people. And now this is a police chief.
Right.
And who knows where else that is going on at? It's just like, you cannot sit here and think like this stuff is not going on. You can't be blind and say, it's not going on in my household. It's not going on in my community. I think at the end of the day, Shannon Sharp said it to me best when I did the show on Undisputed, that these people, white people, need to stop looking at it through a white man's eyes and look at it through a black man's eyes and how he's looking at everything that's going on around him.
I hear you. Do you think Kaepernick is he done with the NFL? They never going to let him play?
Honestly, I'm 70% sure that the NFL won't let him play.
Yeah, because, I mean, with all the injuries to backups this year and I mean, to starting quarterbacks, the fact that...
they signed a guy named Josh Johnson.
These guys are bums.
And the Texans. Come on now. I'm just like, come on. This dude, what has this dude done that Colin has already exceeded?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I'm like, come on, y'all. I mean, but at the end of the day, you think that owner who just said that we can't let the inmates run the jail, you think he's going to hire Colin Kaepernick?
Right.
No, it's not going to happen. And my thing was, like, you had a couple guys that at the Texans, they left. He had DeAndre Hopkins leave practice because of what Bartman there said. I wouldn't have played that week. Mm-hmm. That's just me. But you got to think, that's how some of those owners think. We're inmates. They own us. No, we're partners. You don't own me. You give me money, but you don't own me. We are partners. We have a union. We work together in this. You don't own anything about me.
Where'd you grow up, Antonio?
I grew up in Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you some more NFL stuff. Thursday night games. Sherman just went down with this injury. You've played in these Thursday night games, and then people have been talking and making comments about Thursday night games. They should be illegal. They should be banned. They should be taken off the schedule. What is your opinion on Thursday night games, being that you played in them? Is it? I mean, obviously, what happened with Sherman sucks, and anybody getting injured, whether it's a Sunday night game, Monday night game, or a Thursday night game. But what is your take on the Thursday night games in terms of the players, what you guys go through in the short weeks and all that?
Man, they need to kill Thursday night games.
Why?
Because one, it doesn't give our body enough time to recover. Man, we're sitting there going 100 miles per hour with contact, and then you want to say, okay, well, Monday is your off day. Basically, Tuesday is like a walkthrough. Wednesday, you preparing for a game, and Thursday night you got to play. So you're playing a game in 4 days.
And you're still sore from the last game, right?
My body is still sore. Why you think there's so much? Why you think ratings are down so much on Thursday night? Because of how bad the play is at sometimes. Why put your players to that? It's because it's all about the money. At the end of the day, 2027, the NFL wants to be worth $27 billion. That's their goal. $27 billion in the next 14 years. So they're gonna do what they're gonna do to try to sell those packages. And if you have to play on Thursday night, if you have to play on Saturday night, what we do on a Christmas or whatever it may be, then that's what we're gonna have to do. That's the way the NFL works. It's about the money. It's about production. It's about the production. It's about what you put out. But over the past couple of years, the production level has been going down just because of you would not want to play a veteran player, but you want to play a younger guy that doesn't play at the same level as the guy that's a veteran because he's cheaper.
Only the players could really speak on whether or not your bodies are ready to play in these games. You know what I mean? You can't analyze it. You guys know how your bodies feel and if you're ready. And if the players are saying they're not ready, then they got to figure out a way to do it. You played multiple positions. You return kicks. You could receive, cornerback. Let me ask you about some of these guys you covered. Let me throw names at you. Tell me what it was like. Randy Moss.
Randy Moss was great guy, great receiver, Hall of Famer. I only got to cover him like 2 or 3 times within my years. But a guy that can run still and probably still can run, had great hands, vertical threat, and was a guy that was basically like a home run hitter every single time you throw the ball to him.
What about Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, and Peyton?
Marvin Harrison, I only played against him once and never covered him though.
Okay.
But Reggie Wayne was the real deal. He had everything from the speed to he can run every single route. But the one thing that I always knew once I picked Penman off 3 times was going into a game, I may only have 1 or 2 attempts. So that was the one thing I always knew going against Peyton when I used to play him versus the Colts and Reggie Wayne. I only was going to get 1 or 2 attempts a game, and I had to take advantage of it.
Who was the guy that gave you nightmares? Like you were like, I got to get sleep, I got to study film.
No, the guy that gave me jitters, nightmares was actually Brandon Marshall. Because I had to face up against him twice a year when I was in San Diego. Then when I go to the Jets, he goes to Miami. So I got to face him up again twice a year. So I played against Brandon 12 times.
Wow.
So that matchup, it was like, all right, I got to get mentally, physically, and I have to be ready for this game because it's going to be a straight battle the whole entire night.
Who would you say second was the most impressive guy like that you went against?
Calvin Johnson.
Why?
Man, just big body guy, 6'5", 240 pounds, running a 4.3 40, can vertical jump out of the roof. And it was a guy that you had to come with your A game. You had to come with your breakfast, lunch, dinner, your snacks, your pail, your hard hat. You better come with a shield and everything else to make sure you try to come with it. So, I mean, it was just that game that you get your mindset for, and it was like, okay, I got Calvin Johnson this week. I got to make sure I get my hands on him. If I miss, he may score because he's just that big and that fast. And try to bring him down, it's going to be harder than what I thought it was. You
defended against so many great quarterbacks. Who would you say, like, out of all the people you played against, 1 or 2 guys, and aside from Peyton, because you already gave him his love and his props, and he goes without saying, best quarterbacks, like trickiest, smartest, best throw, like just most impressive?
I would say Tom Brady, and I would say Brett Favre.
Two different styles, right?
Two different styles. You got Brady, who's more of a pocket passer, get the ball out very quick. You had Brett Favre, that was a guy that can move around in the pocket, get the ball down the field, but he threw a damn rocket launcher when he threw the damn ball. I remember the first time I think it's my second year in the NFL, we in Green Bay, and I nearly get an interception. He ripped my gloves.
Damn.
And he ripped my gloves, and I'm just like, oh, man. He threw the ball way harder than I thought he was going to throw it. But it's just like the strength that he had in throwing the ball. And then on that, man, he made a throw against me that actually won in the game. He threw a slant to Greg Jennings. I remember this play. It was like a 60-yard touchdown. Threw a slant. I tried to jump in front of the ball, went right through my hands. Greg Jennings caught it, and he was on his way to the touchdown.
Wow.
And that play there just stuck with me. That play still sticks with me now.
Who are the guys now that you enjoy watching the most, whether they're on defense, offense? Like, who are your guys like your favorite players now?
Right now, Patrick Peterson on defense, Richard Sherman before he got hurt, Earl Thomas on defense. Also on offense from Todd Gurley. I like the young quarterbacks that's playing right now. I watched Deshaun because he always played against my Florida State Seminoles, Deshaun Watson, before he got hurt. But that from him to Carson Wentz to Jared Goff that's out there in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these young quarterbacks, man, are athletic. They can move. They can get the ball down the field, and they're making it work. And those guys are really showing me something right now. And it's just changing the game for them. They're changing the whole quarterback thing right now. Yeah,
I agree. It's impressive to see them come in so young, and I mean, it's got to be the hardest position in all of sports. And when they're so young, the pressure and the spotlight and, the amount of attention and, the media and like everything, every single thing these guys do is scrutinized.
Definitely.
Well, what's the biggest hit you ever made? And what was the biggest hit you ever received? Like when you say like
the biggest hit I ever made was actually on Fargus. I don't know if you remember Fargus. He used to play running back for the Raiders.
Yep.
I came up and hit him out of the backfield. That was the hardest hit that I delivered. He caught a ball out of the flat and came out, and I just came downhill and just blasted him. The hardest hit I ever took my rookie year playing against Kansas City. I'm returning the kickoff return. And they had this safety there, Greg Wesley. And I'm thinking I hit the hole, and I'm thinking I'm gone. So I get ready to put my head down to change to another gear. And next thing I knew, my helmet was touching the ground first.
Wow.
My top of my helmet was on the ground. My feet were still in the air. That was like, okay, welcome to the NFL. Yeah, you just got hit that hard.
Wow. Who talks more, the receivers or the DBs and the corners and the safety? Like in general, if you were saying,
you know what? I think it's right down the middle.
Okay,
it's right down the middle. But the biggest trash talk I ever met was Chad.
Right.
That's the biggest trash talk I ever been around. I'm talking about from the time I played him from my rookie year until I played him when he was in New England. And the only thing he did was talk trash, man. But it made it fun. It made the game fun. Like, it felt like you were in the backyard and you were going against your best friends every single play. And you wanted to dominate them every single play. And it made the game fun. Now it's not, to me, it's competitive, but it doesn't have that fun side to it. Like, the football is always going to be competitive, but it don't have that fun trash talking. Like, Chad made it fun, man. And you don't have too many receivers like that, like Chad. That's love the game, have fun, and even was telling me his routes before he ran them. I mean, before he ran his routes. Some of them I ain't believe, some of them I did. But it made the game fun.
All right, listen, man, I'm going to let you go. I really appreciate you taking the time. I would love for you to come back, talk more football, talk more about the show, whatever else you want to do. I implore people to watch the Cromarties every Thursday. I'm watching. I got a T-Vote on my DVR, so Listen,
I appreciate it.
I hope you get back in the league, man, and you deserve to be back in the league. I think the NFL needs to keep the vets around the young guys to keep a good balance. They need thoughtful, passionate players, regardless if it makes people uncomfortable, because change is uncomfortable. Whether you're, social change, political change, or change in diapers, change in the biggest or the smallest situation is never easy, and everybody wants to ignore it while it's happening, sentimentalize it. It's easy to sentimentalize Jackie Robinson and Muhammad Ali when they're gone and it's 40, 50 years later, but when it's happening, this is the first time that you've had athletes do this where everybody could comment on it. And I commend you and commend, the rest of the guys in the league for taking stands and the sacrifice that you've had to deal with from taking the stand.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to try to come over there and babysit those little angels.
Man, let me know.
Absolutely, man.
I appreciate it, Mike.
All right, Antonio, have a good week. Have a good workout, my man.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, bye.
All right.
All right, we're back. So, by the way, some people think that just because we're in the sports and recreation section, this is not would you consider this a sports podcast? I wonder what the people, listen, you can reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, email me, I am Rapaport podcast at gmail.com. I don't look at this podcast as a sports podcast.
I got it as we like the super center of podcasts. Like Walmart, when you go Walmart, you could go, they got the motherfucking vegetables. They got everything in the super center. We are the super center of podcasts.
That's why this guy's fucking 3-time podcast co-host of the year.
Everything is in one fucking place,
and
man.
It's all quality.
That's right.
It's all quality. You want an axe? We got the best axe.
Yep.
Yeah. You want an ironing board? We got the fucking best ironing boards.
Yes. You don't have to leave.
We got it all.
That's what it is.
It's like a Bed Bath Beyond / Costco of podcasting.
You want funny? You got that too.
You want us to keep it real?
You got that too.
You want us to keep it funky?
We got funk.
We got beats. Miles, let me hear something.
Yeah, come
Play
on.
something you never played.
Word.
We got that. We listen to that. Yeah. See, that's nice. That's fucking nice.
Stellar interviews.
Oh, man.
From all walks of life.
The Matt Barnes podcast last week with Bizarro Eli Manning. I was impressed with that.
Oh, me too, man. Shit.
Okay? The fucking Bizarro Eli Manning, him calling from the payphone.
Word. And they don't have a lot of them payphones out, too.
No, but
he found one.
Speaking of Eli Manning and Bizarro Eli Manning, it's over for Ben McAdoo.
He dug his own grave.
You dug your own grave, asshole.
Yeah. Slick back. You're not Pat Riley, Duke.
Duke, this ain't Showtime Lakers.
Yeah.
You in New York with the slicked back hair, with the gel in your hair in the wintertime.
And shades on the sideline.
You got fucking sunglasses. So you're not Tony Sperano. Tony Sperano rocks the shades because he got an eye problem. You're rocking the shades because you're hiding something, fucko.
Yeah.
What are you, a poke? You know what he looks like? He looks like a poker player trying to fucking ruse the casino. That's what Ben McAdoo looks like. He looks like a fucking poker player who's trying to card count at a casino in Atlantic City.
How you gonna come out there with shades like you won 10 Super Bowls? You know, like when you wear shades, like, yo, this motherfucker's a winner. You didn't win shit and you on the sideline with shades. Nobody. Belichick didn't do that.
You're not Chuck Noll. You're not Tommy Landry.
You'll never coach in this league as a head coach again.
And the reason why is because the way you shitted on Eli Manning so publicly. You shitted on Eli. And then now we shitted on you.
Yeah, you should have told John Mara, listen, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Because I understand the legacy and I understand what it'll do.
Right.
And you benched Eli Manning. You almost made him cry. Ben McAdoo, the fucking wackadoo.
Yes, right.
Ben McAdoo, fucking wackadoo.
You can't cut it here. It's a certain type of individual that can cut it.
You can't cut it.
You can't cut it. Go back to Wyoming, motherfucker.
I don't know where you from, dude. Okay?
Go back to your hood, Duke.
We don't want you here. We don't like your type. We don't like your face.
Yeah.
We don't like your mustache.
Get the fuck
We
outta
don't like
here,
your
man.
slicked back hair. Okay? You got 7-Eleven sunglasses on. At least if you're going to be the coach of the New York fucking Giants.
Have some Gucci shit.
Keep it Gucci. You look dumb.
7-Eleven.
You know how you could get like 3 pairs for $5?
Yeah. Right when you purchase your shit, they have them all right there.
AM, PM glasses.
See, he don't know. You got to vet these guys.
It takes a certain disposition and a certain personality to deal with New York press, to deal with the New York fans. And I'm just a football. No, take that. I'm just a football guy shit. Take it to the fucking 8th grade flag football team you're now coaching.
Yeah. I wouldn't have did
See
that.
if those little kids look at you seriously with your mustache and your slick back hair.
Word.
Gronkowski, friend of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. How could you not love Gronk? He got himself suspended. Gronk, I'm going to tell you something, Gronk.
Rightfully so. That was sucker shit.
I know it was rightfully so. And I know it was sucker shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? That ain't my problem, though, G, because I'm trying to win this fucking league. Okay? Now, let me see something. Now the good news is in week 1, because my team is so good, so dominant in the Stern Show League, I have a bye.
Damn, you busted ass like that?
Oh, I'm kicking their fucking asses.
Holy shit, boy.
Left, right, and center.
You got to buy because your ass is
I'm
winning.
in first. You know who gets to buy? The best team.
Yeah. Damn. I hear you.
That's who gets to buy. You know who's playing in the consolation games? Assholes. Gorilla Tooth Gary.
Yeah, he's at the bottom.
I don't even know if, I think Gorilla Tooth down there. J.D. Harmeyer. Jason Kaplan. All the guys that tried to fucking pull the okie doke on me to get me out, they're at the bottom.
Damn.
Who's at the top?
You got to buy. Shit, that's self-explanatory.
You know what I'm going to be doing next weekend? I'm going to be fucking Tahiti, smoking cigars.
Word.
My shirt off. Getting a little sun. But there are some other people out there, Gronkowski, that need you to be playing. Okay? You don't hit a guy when he's down on the field with his back turned. Could have fucking killed that kid.
Yeah. And then you 5 minutes later, and then you go hit him. Yo, what's wrong with you, yo?
I don't even want to get into Donald Trump today.
No Trump.
No Trump.
He's the president. Respect the president, B.
Fuck him, man.
Respect that man.
There's just so much to deal with him. There's so much to deal with. It's hard to keep up with him, man.
Let him go.
Let him go what?
I'm saying we don't got to talk about this guy, man. Donald Trump is doing him.
Let him do him. The sexual allegations and fallout continue left, right, and center. This actor, Danny Masterson, of That 70s Show, he's accused of some things.
Damn.
And Netflix, the execs at Netflix, and in this day and age, if you just bring something up, you already get the scarlet letter, and then it's going to get investigated. The executives at Netflix, the same company that fired Kevin Spacey, they haven't fired or suspended Danny Masterson. And I say good. They probably checked it out, and who knows?
Right, you got to check it. That's
You
all we say.
can't
We
just
need due
fire a
process.
guy.
We need due process, man. We need witnesses to substantiate
Some sort of investigation.
Yeah, we have to. Because on a job, if you get accused of some shit, they be like, you're suspended for 3 months until the investigation is complete, and we'll tell you our decision. But this shit is like, it's just like, homegirl says something. Yo, you out.
The same place that fired Kevin Spacey immediately.
Be fair with these guys, man. Be fair.
If they don't see anything wrong with the Masterson and they checked it out, and I'm sure they did.
Right. Be fair. That's all we ask. Because yo, if dudes is guilty, yo, you can't be doing none of that shit to women. None of that. None of that. That's no one supports that.
But you also can't make false claims. And just like
Right.
I said, I 500% don't support sexual assault,
Yep.
sexual harassment, and I 500% don't support false claims,
And-
unproven claims.
Absolutely. And we are pro women because I
course.
come from a woman.
And what do you have a daughter?
I have a daughter. I was formed in a woman. So, of course, I'm pro-woman. Because without a woman, I ain't here.
Tiger Woods may or may not be a fan of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, and he may or may not have read This Book Has Balls, Sports Rants from the MVP of Talking Trash, which, by the way, is available. Listen, I'm not playing games here. I got a book out. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
We're not going to play humble anymore. The book is great. If you listen to this podcast, get the audio book.
Yeah, you know it's
Thisbookhasballs.com. If you want to read it, thisbookhasballs.com. Okay, but in the chapter about Tiger Woods and This Book Has Balls, Sports Rants from the MVP of Talking Trash, I clearly say, Dear Mr. Woods, can I just call you Tiger? This letter is from me to you. In your best interest, trust me. Consider it from the people who love and admire you and have followed your career for many years. This letter is coming from a place of genuine love and concern. I then go on to say, listen, I'm sure it wasn't great having the world learn that you were balls to the wall, buck wild. I'm sure it felt weird having that much loaf exposure all at once, but you won championships when your loaf was out. You lost it when it was in. And all in all, you did it your way. The Black Sinatra strikes again. Now let's get back to winning with that style you made your own. It goes on and on and on.
Yeah. We know it's great.
But he's back.
He's back. Maybe he's skiing.
Tiger,
Maybe
you're not fooling anybody.
Maybe he's at TGIF Friday on the low, messing with Polly Holiday.
Tiger, we want this little run, this little comeback to continue.
Keep skeeting.
Lonzo Ball, Lavar Ball, the Ball family just can't seem to stay out of the public eye. It's an addiction. Matt Barnes said it on the podcast. He said fame is the most vile drug, I'm messing up the quote, there is.
Right.
We've talked about it. Lavar Ball, the whole Trump thing. Now the middle kid, LaJello Ball, the one who got arrested in China.
Is it Leangelo or
Leangelo? Oh, they call him Jello. Right, Leangelo.
Yeah.
They call him Jello. Jello.
Okay.
He's been pulled out of UCLA because of all this. Lavar Ball says, I'm taking him out of UCLA. Hey, we're gonna explore other options. What are you gonna do? Play in the Chinese professional basketball leagues? Mind you, the other kid who's 16, Mello, was taken out of high school. And he's being homeschooled.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just the other day, Lonzo Ball had his worst game as a rookie. He is not improving as a rookie.
Damn. And he put so much, the father, with all the P.T. Barnum shit, put so much spotlight on that kid. So it's not like the people are going to give him a chance, basically. It's like, your pop's kicking all this shit. You must be mad nice. And then it doesn't turn out that way.
Nope.
And then it's like so much spotlight. It's just sad. It's sad to see. Hopefully that kid will turn it around. I hope motherfuckers in his pop's family like corral this motherfucker.
Don't say a word. Now the Lakers have put a thing out where the media at the games are no longer allowed to interview players' guests.
Yes, yeah.
We'll say, well, I'm the player's father, but you're a guest of that player unless you want to pay for tickets.
Right. It's all about money, motherfucker.
See, this rookie badass on the Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell from Manhattan, Harlem
World.
scored 41 the other night. Plays for the Utah Jazz. A lot of people don't know about him unless you're real basketball fans.
Right.
See, that's the way it should be for most rookies.
Right.
You find your way, and when you emerge organically.
Right. based on performance, not
Now
a carnival barker.
Now people are starting to know the name. Donovan Mitchell, Spider Mitchell, going to be in the dunk contest, I bet.
Right.
Pushed himself in the front, top 5, top 6, a rookie of the year.
Based on his play, not a carnival barker behind him.
This guy doesn't understand what he's doing. He thinks, and everybody's like, oh, he's a good father. You're making things so difficult.
Right. You're putting a magnifying glass on a rookie.
Who ain't all that.
Right. Who's showing he's not all that. But it's okay to be kind of marginal in your first year. People would understand that.
Not with this guy.
Because the carnival barker put it out there like, this motherfucker better than all these motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. He better than Steph. Yeah, I said it. No, he isn't.
He's not even close.
He's
He's not better than Seth Curry.
He might be on the pine shortly.
He's going to be traded.
Luke Walton is going to be like, yo, this is a result-driven sport. Like,
why
business.
are you anointed the starting position?
Right, exactly.
We don't need you to start. Yo, if you start the game and you don't finish the game, as an athlete, then you ain't shit. It always matters who's on the court at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And they are not keeping Lonzo Court on the end of the game at times. Yo.
When you get taken out, people who know ball, when you get taken out at the end of the game, when shit is on the line, that says a lot about your stature on that team. Why you coming out when it matter?
I have been accused of another crime I didn't commit. As you all know, I've been wrongly accused and acquitted. You saw the video. Look on my Instagram. Look on my Twitter. There was a coyote in my residential neighborhood in Los Angeles with a fucking cat in its mouth early on a Sunday morning. I don't live in the woods. I don't live in the hills. I live in a residential neighborhood. The same neighborhood. I walk wheezy. Proving that I am not the one killing the cats. But there's a man who works for Amazon, a delivery truck in California. Apparently, this gentleman got out of his car, had to drop off a package, hid behind his car, and relieved himself right there, broad daylight, in the middle of the street.
Another one?
He had to go. What should he do, shit in his truck?
I got something for you. I was thinking about when I saw this story.
Yeah, what?
We need to invent a portable toilet and call it the Chrohn Throne.
Yeah.
Because people with Crohn's disease, right? You have that.
Yes.
So it's like your little personal barf bag. Because you shouldn't be shitting on people's property. And then I understand you have a problem. I understand it's a disease. But the burden is on you to clean up.
No. I'm sorry. If I shit outside on the cement or in the grass, I'm not cleaning anything.
No. On somebody's lawn because you had to go.
Sorry.
I have a Chrohn's Throne.
A Chrohn Throne.
Just for people who can't control their shit.
It should be like you could like fold it up.
Exactly.
Very good.
It's in development.
Take that to
Shark Tank.
This young girl model, 24 years old, decided to get her eyeball tattooed.
The white in her eyeball.
Tattooed purple.
She had a man. Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
She thought it was cool. Thought it was going to make her unique.
Edgy.
It's a way to express my feelings.
I love purple.
You love Prince. Blah, 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 blah.
All bullshit.
Unfortunately, this young girl now risks losing her fucking eye because the eye is infected. She's in risk of losing her sight. Cut the bullshit with the tattoos, folks. Stop getting boom boxes tattooed on your neck. You never listen to a boom box.
You never had one.
Why do you want to have a boom box? Get Spotify tattooed on your neck. Get Napster tattooed on your neck. You dumb fuck.
Yeah.
You never had a boom box.
And her tears are purple. And she said she can barely It's difficult. It's a struggle to even open the eye. Well, your boyfriend shouldn't have shot it. These are like tattoo motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. No. Okay, here we go. It's another award-winning segment of the Sick Fuck of the Week.
This award is earned, not given. It's called the Sick Fuck of the Week. This guy's really sick. Lock him up. How could you do it? Don't let him out. Damn. You fucked the dog? You what? You fucked the dog? Why would you fuck the dog? Why would you fuck your girlfriend's dog? What? Sick fuck. The Sick Fuck of the Week. It's earned. Earned. Not given. You did what? No. No. No.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the Sick Fuck of the Week. That, of course, is the Sick Fuck of the Week theme song crafted meticulously
Yes.
by G Moody. Last name rhymes with duty.
Yeah.
There's so many. We're going to rattle them off quick. Rough, rugged, and raw.
You want to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, 'cause
you
you-
take the lead, Mr. Moody, because normally I jump right in there with
Yeah.
the sick fucks.
I-
Sometimes I just can't wait.
And I only have one, so I'm gonna go. And this is a guy who I named the sick fuck, but I never said it. In my mind, I said, this guy is woo. The former governor of New York, Eliot Spitzer, has officially become the wildest dude in New York.
Damn.
It seems to be this guy's a sexual maniac.
What do you do?
The hoe he was with, the Russian hoe he was with, to try and overturn a gag order, the hoe he was paying files papers in Supreme Court to spill the beans. He paid this woman $100,000 in hush money.
Now, when you say hoe, you mean actual prostitute.
Yeah, lady of the evening.
You mean hooker.
Yeah, Russian hooker.
An actual hooker.
Yes. I think she was $10,000 per night.
Damn.
He paid $100,000 in hush money to keep this woman from revealing that he likes to be led around on a leash,
Jesus.
on all fours, with a Campbell's soup can stuffed up his ass.
No way. There's no way. Why would anyone... Okay, listen. I could get the 10 G's. Makes no sense to me. I would never, ever. If you got to pay to play, you got to pay to play. Okay, I get that. Some people, it's convenience. But to be led around on a leash, listen, I could even get that. I could appreciate...
I can't get that.
Okay, but I could appreciate somebody wanting to do that.
He wants to be a dog. A human being
I get
wants
that.
to...
I'm not saying it's for me. I'm just saying I get that.
Okay.
You start to lose me. You start to lose me when you're into having a Campbell's soup can stuffed up his ass. Now, I know we don't fact check here. Where'd you get this information, sir?
This was in all the papers, and the woman had the pictures of the cachet of sex toys that he had, and it was whips, leashes, all kind of shit. And I gotta call, like, I'm thinking, when he's all on all fours in the Waldorf, because this guy got paper, is he panting? Is he? Because he wants to be a dog? He's at the dog run?
Yeah, right. Are you at the dog run?
And then why do you want to can up your ass?
Why do you want a can up your ass, sir?
So he is the sick fuck of New York.
Okay. Second one goes to police officer in Massachusetts. Holliston, Massachusetts. Listen, I have a dog. If anything ever happened to my dog, I'd be just totally heartbroken. God forbid my dog broke its leg or was injured. This man in Holliston, Massachusetts, Peter Ragash, I can't pronounce his last name. His dog fell, got hurt, broke its leg. This man was on the way to the veterinarian, rushing to get the dog to the veterinarian. He was then pulled over by a cop, sort of understandable, tells the cop, yo, my dog is injured. My dog has been hurt. He got hit by a car. The cop gives this guy a ticket and arrests him while his dog is in the back with his legs broken and all that shit.
Oh.
The cop is the sick fuck of the week. Holliston, Massachusetts. How dare you, you animal?
Yeah, you animal.
That's a real true blue definition of a sick fuck. This next sick fuck, right here in Long Island, Strong Island, 20-year-old man was arrested the other day because he bit his own dog. This piece of shit bit his parents' dog, bit the eye out.
Why?
He's a sick fuck. You're asking why.
No, I'm saying, but what would prompt, like...
He's got to be on either dust, bath salt, ooh-wee, those gray skies. I don't know what this guy's on. I don't want to know what he's on. But to bite the dog and to bite the dog's eye out, you're a sick fuck.
Oh, man. That is...
Third sick fuck. English teacher in Jersey, New Jersey, right there in dirty Jersey. Elisa Reddy, Miss Reddy.
Ready, Freddy.
She had sex with her 16-year-old student in the parking lot.
Damn.
I don't understand this.
What's
happening?
happening?
I don't know.
What's
I don't know
happening?
why it's happening so much. I don't know.
These 16?
16.
Terrible.
Another sick fuck. Matter of fact, Miles, can I get the Wonder Bread bag treatment?
Oh, yeah.
The Wonder Bread bag theme song. This is it. This is the second time we're using it. This was, again, crafted meticulously by G Moody. Last name rhymes with duty. If you notice, we only play the Wonder Bread bag theme song while we're in a hub of a sick fuck of the week segment.
Yeah.
See, it's like the sub theme song for the segment. In Arizona, we've talked about this before. In a football team, a high school football team, there's nothing funny about this. Apparently, the football team, they would refer to themselves and sort of a part of these football team in Chandler, Arizona, as the Rape Squad. I don't think that word is funny. I don't find it funny at all.
Hell no.
These kids were hazing other kids, kicking them in the balls, smacking them in the balls, raping them, having sex with them. And I'm like, yo, let me tell you, if there's any kids out there, you're on a football team, anybody that's on that shit, yo, quit the fucking football team. And then because that shit's, yo.
That's not it. That's not football. That's not.
Be like, yo, you gay, Duke? Because if you're gay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know it's hard being a defensive lineman, the star defensive lineman for the football team, but if you gay, Duke, let's come out together. I don't need you playing slap boxing with my dick,
right?
Flicking my ass, stuffing a broomstick. Nothing funny about that.
Trying to run up in me. So I'm on tryouts. You want to run up in me?
We're on the same team, man. Like, it's part of a brotherhood. My
I
brother,
quit, dude.
Professor Eric, he never fucked me in the ass.
What up, E? Yo,
I don't think it's funny.
That ain't funny.
And that ain't part of the brotherhood of the team.
They trying to gas you up. I gotta run up in you because it's team bonding.
Nah.
Yo, you gay, dude. Get the fuck. And that's cool for you. I'm trying to make the team. And I'm not trying to have sex, motherfucker.
And I may or may not be gay too, but I want to find out on my own terms, Duke.
I'm trying to make the team.
I'm trying to get this backup wide receiver spot. That's it.
Yeah.
I ain't looking for a good time.
You want to do what?
That's part of the bonding of the football team.
Yo,
nah, Duke, I'm good.
I quit.
I'm out. Fuck y'all.
Fuck your team, B.
Now, these kids are being sentenced like adults, as they should be, probably going to jail. We know what happens to jail when they go to assault. Now you guys are going to be the ones running away with your little balloon knots all tightened up.
It ain't no football in jail, B. Nah. They running up on you on GP.
Word. This is not a sick fuck of the week. This is just confusing. There's men that are actually allergic to sex, and they're falling ill with flu-like symptoms, and it could be caused by their own semen. Not a funny thing. There's only like 50 cases. I found this in the Sick Fuck of the Week manifesto, the Daily Mail.
How you know you allergic unless you skeet.
Good point.
Unless you skeet.
Good point.
That's the only way you can know you're allergic to it, because the skeet is inside unless it has to be brought to the forefront.
Finally, there's been a lot of press on Cyntoia Brown. I might not be Cyntoia Brown. I watched this documentary. I heard about it because Rihanna posted about it. Kim Kardashian posted about it. A lot of celebrities have posted about it. It's this young woman who obviously came from a rough background. She was adopted. She was never really raised by her parents correctly. Just a rough and tumble life. She got caught up with the wrong people, started getting used as a prostitute, wound up killing somebody, tried as an adult. There's been a lot of talk about it, and I didn't want to talk about this till I did a little research on my own, and I watched this documentary, and you should look it up and watch it for yourself. It's a PBS documentary. It's on YouTube. Her name is spelled Cyntoia. And again, I'm probably not pronouncing her name correctly. Cyntoia Brown. I think it's Cyntoia, sorry. But the documentary's on YouTube. It's very compelling. It's heartbreaking. She wound up, I don't want to give the whole story, but there's been a lot of press about it. She wound up going to jail, and a lot of people are trying to, help her get out, because she's admitted to killing the guy, but you just have to watch it and see it for yourself, because there's been a lot of talk about it. And it's definitely a compelling story. All right. Yo, I want to thank, again, Antonio Cromartie. You can watch his show on the USA Network, The Cromarties. Good show, funny show. Thank you for joining the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Another smacker interview, another smacker episode.
Yep.
Miles, please take us out with the We Are Number One theme song one more time. Again, we'll be back. More smackers, more bangers. Reach out to us on Twitter. Michael Rapaport, Gerald Moody, 1560.
Yes.
You could always email us, IamRapaportPodcast@gmail.com. The Dust Brothers produces.
The best.
Miles Davis, Jordan Winter. Thank you, Mr. Cromartie. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, where the shit talking is free.
Yeah.